Hey everybody, thanks for clicking. I'm Cory, and this is the first in what I hope to be many short videos crafted from my own mistakes and poor judgment, as well as my impeccable 2020 hindsight. Like many of you, I've been through more than my fair share of hurt, heartbreak, failure, disappointment, rejection, embarrassment, and while I realize that makes me nobody's role model, it has brought me my fair share of retrospect, and along with that, a slightly alternative approach to things. The topics I'll be discussing in these videos will be covered in more detail in my forthcoming book. Now, keep in mind, I am and claim to be an expert on absolutely nothing. I'm simply a guy who may or may not have an alternative outlook on things. My viewpoints may not be common, and they very well may not be popular. However, while they may not be for everyone, my hope is simply to offer an alternative approach to things which may be slightly non-traditional. Being able to help people along the way is great, but just realize that just being able to share these things with you has been extremely helpful for me. Which bleeds nicely into my first topic. Embrace your low points. They say that the only loss that's a true loss is one you don't learn anything from. If you're anything like me, when you're at your lowest, you tend to be at your most introspective. You also tend to be at your most self-deprecating and self-scrutinizing. When you are at this point, you tend to see things more clearly and less subjectively. When you allow yourself to look at your bad situation in a more objective standpoint and with a more open mind, you can look at not only the problems and how they came to be and your possible involvement in how they came to be, but more importantly, the solutions that need to be applied to them. When you're hurt and you're reeling and when you are at these low points, you have a tendency to project blame outward. You become defensive in an attempt to reject any possible involvement you may have in the blame. But when you take your pride and your ego out of it and look at things with an open mind, it allows you to see things from the middle. And that's usually where the truth lies. Don't let your defensiveness get in the way of the middle. Allow your lowest points to be your most lucid points so you can see things clearly. That's all for this time. Thank you for letting me ramble and introduce myself to you. I'll see you guys on the brighter side of things.